Discipline over motivation. Good evening everyone. Let me ask you something, how many times have you felt inspired? Fired up, ready to take on the world because you watched something, read something, or heard a speech that lit a fire in your soul. And then, a week later, maybe even a day later, that fire started to fade. Maybe it was a documentary about someone who overcame the odds. Maybe it was a speech that made you believe you could do anything. Or a book that had you saying, "This is it. This is the moment my life changes." And for a while, you felt unstoppable. You told yourself, "This time, I'm going to do it." But then what happened? Life happened. That fire inside you, the one that felt so strong, started to weaken. You missed one day of practice, and then another. You told yourself you'd start again on Monday. And before you knew it, that big dream you were chasing faded into the background. Why? Because you relied on motivation. Now, don't get me wrong, motivation is powerful. It can push you to start. It can make you dream bigger, move faster, believe harder. It can give you that surge of energy to take the first step. But here's the problem, motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind, unpredictable, unreliable. One day, you wake up ready to conquer the world, and the next, you don't even want to get out of bed. Motivation is an emotion. It's based on how you feel in the moment. And if you rely on motivation alone, you will always be waiting to feel ready, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for that next spark to push you forward. But discipline is the difference between trying and doing. Between wishing and achieving. Discipline doesn't wait for the right moment, it creates the right moment. It doesn't depend on how you feel, it depends on what you've committed to. Discipline is about showing up, every single day, whether you feel like it or not. Because let me tell you something, success isn't built on the days when you feel like it. It's built on the days when you don't. Think about the greatest athletes in the world. Do you think they train only when they're motivated? No, they train when they're tired, when they're sore, when they don't feel like getting out of bed. They don't wait for motivation. They have discipline. Think about the best-selling authors. Do you think they only write when they feel inspired? No, they write when the words are flowing and when they aren't. They write through doubt, through frustration, through days when everything they put on the page feels wrong. They don't wait for motivation. They have discipline. Think about the leaders who change the world. The entrepreneurs who build empires. The people who break barriers. They don't show up only when the conditions are perfect. They show up no matter what. They don't wait for motivation. They have discipline. And discipline is what separates the people who succeed from the people who almost succeed. So, let me ask you, what kind of person do you want to be? Do you want to be the person who almost made it? The person who had big dreams but never followed through? The person who started 100 different things but never finished? Or do you want to be the person who showed up, day after day, even when it was hard? The person who kept going when everyone else quit? The person who built a life not based on fleeting emotions but on unshakable commitment? Because let me tell you something, the people who achieve their dreams, they aren't the most talented. They aren't the luckiest. They are the ones who are disciplined. And here's the good news, discipline isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Pick one thing, one habit, one goal, and commit to it. Not just when you feel like it. Not just when it's easy. But every single day. And watch how your life changes. So, my challenge to you today is this: stop waiting for inspiration. Stop waiting to feel ready. Decide that no matter what, you will show up for yourself. You will put in the work. You will be disciplined in your actions, in your thoughts, in your pursuit of your goals. Because when motivation fades, and it will, discipline is what will carry you forward. As you walk away from this moment, I want you to remember one thing. Your success is not determined by how motivated you feel on any given day, it is determined by how disciplined you choose to be every day. There will be challenges. There will be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when you want to quit. But in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself that discipline is your greatest tool. That every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. So, don't wait. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is now. Take action, be disciplined, and create the life you deserve. Thank you.